महिला सांसद को बोलने दो, पहले आप पे बहुत गंभीर है विषय, फिर और नहीं बोलने दोगे तो और मामला गंभीर हो जाएगा। मैंने व्यवस्था दे दी है, श्रीमती कनीमोजी बोलेगी। श्रीमती के कनीमोजी, आगे बुलाएं, आप नहीं बोलना, बोलना शुरू करें। मैं देता हूँ इस पे व्यवस्था। अभी मैं व्यवस्था की व्यवस्था करता हूँ, प्लीज बैठे। अभी 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 रेनू जी प्लीज, अभी मैं दे रहा हूँ। अभी हाँ अभी करते हैं प्लीज। अरे आप मत करो डिबेट, माननीय सदस्य प्लीज। मैं अभी करता हूँ व्यवस्था इसकी, प्लीज बैठिए। श्रीमती अभी करते हैं।
What is it?
The point is, government
श्रीमती के
modified the previous law. So why are we discussing the amendment?
Yes, thank you, sir. Sir, the colleagues here have raised a very important point. The government has passed the bill, notified it. And what is the point? Last night at nearly at around 10 o'clock. And what is the point in the discussion over here after you've notified it?
Yes.
This is what we want a clarification on that. Sir,
Most important.
and I stand before this house, not just as a member of parliament, not as a member of the Dravid.
When the parliament debated this bill,
Exactly. How can
parliament is supreme.
Yes.
They are not supreme.
What is the logic of this bill? Sir, how can we debate it when it's gazetted?
ओवैसी साहब, मैंने हाँ पर रखी ना आपसे, इस पे कर रहा हूँ मैं। दूँ अभी कराते हैं, अभी करते हैं, अभी करते हैं, सब करा दें। अभी ओवैसी जी अभी करते हैं, अभी करते हैं, अभी करते हैं प्लीज। कनीमोजी के बाद व्यवस्था देता हूं मैं, अभी कुछ व्यवस्था कनीमोजी को बोलने दें, अभी उनका विषय बोलने दें। नो ओबीसी जी, ओके।
Sir, it is inside the constitution.
कनीमोजी को बोलने दें।
पहले clarification.
गौरव जी अभी करते हैं, अभी करते हैं, अभी।
Sir, I stand before this house today not just as a member of parliament or as a representative of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, but as a voice of the 8 crore people of Tamil Nadu who've been told in the midst of our state elections that their votes will count less and their voice in this parliament will be diminished. And furthermore, it's really shocking that yesterday we are discussing the bill here. You've taken your own time to notify. And yesterday, when we discussed, you've called us here, we are discussing the bill here, and then what is the need and what is the necessity to notify it yesterday? What is the meaning? What is the respect you have for this house? Sir, the government has introduced 3 bills in this special session, called in haste and time to disrupt the ongoing elections in my state and many states. And I raised to oppose these bills on the behalf of my party and my state. Let me start by saying that these 3 bills, disguised as if they are in support of the reservation of women, constitute the single greatest assault on Indian federal structure. Let me begin at the beginning, because this government always counts on the public not knowing the history. The history of the delimitation in India is at its heart the history of a promise made by the parliament to the people of the southern states, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. 5 states which have resisted the onslaught of the Bharatiya Janata Party and have stood out as role models for inclusive development. The delimitation process began in 1952, soon after the Republic was founded. It was a constitutional solution to a demographic problem. How to balance the population growth with fair representation. All of us abided by the constitutional suggestions in Article 82 and 170. By 1973, when the third delimitation commission had completed its work, there was a push for population control also. This national population policy was brought across the country to contain the growing demographic population, and it was exploding actually. So the first freeze on delimitation took place in 1976. This was fixed for a period of 25 years based on the 1971 census. Let us not forget that it was the Congress government, Madam Indira Gandhi's government, that recognized this issue and brought the bill. In the 1976 42nd Amendment, Parliament froze the total number of Lok Sabha seats to 543. This freeze was not a technical detail. It was a constitutional compact, a promise made to every family in India and South India that compliance with objectives of the national policy would not cost them their political voice. Over time, Southern India, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka and Andhra had begun to invest in schools, hospitals, women's health. We listened to the union government's repeated call to control our population. We complied. Our fertility rates fell. Our families became smaller. In 2001, understanding that some states, especially southern states and other states like Punjab, had done a better job at these indicators, and some other states had to catch up. That time, there was a government, a union government, which listened to the voices of the people from the south. Yes, I have to give you credit when you deserve it. We are unlike you, always finding fault with us. When there is something to appreciate you, we always appreciate. So under the Vajpayee government, the Parliament extended that freeze through the 84th Amendment until after the first census following 2026. 24 more years. The Home Minister said 50% increase across the state. I want to know what happens when the Delimitation Commission does not agree to the Home Minister's suggestion. Are you going to bulldoze the Delimitation Commission also, like what you are usually used to doing? Or will the government then challenge the orders of the Delimitation Commission? Because the clause 10(2) of the Delimitation Bill 2026 says, after the publication of the orders by the Delimitation Commission, these orders cannot be questioned in any court. Where should we go seeking for fair delimitation in such a situation? Where is our guarantee? The Constitution in Article 368 says that amendments affecting the representation of states in Parliament must be ratified by at least half the state legislatures. Not just passed by Parliament, ratified by the states. If this government is so confident that the delimitation bill is fair, why don't you place these bills before the Tamil Nadu legislature, before the Kerala legislature, before the Karnataka, or before any legislature? If the government truly believed in cooperative federalism, the slogan they've used 1,000 times on different stages, why are you running away from the state legislatures? Have you even called for a meeting? Have you even consulted with the chief ministers? Have you even spoken to the states? Have you bothered? The government passed the Women's Reservation Bill in September 2023 with great fanfare. The Prime Minister called it the civilizational commitment. But they put a condition in this very act. Women's reservation would only work after the 2021 census, which is not scheduled to happen till next year. When was the 2021 census supposed to happen? In 2021. But what happened? You said because of COVID, you had to postpone the census. Then you said operational reasons we could not hold the census. And then by simply not talking about it, you did not hold the census. So the largest democracy in the world, the country that invented modern census, could not conduct census in this country. And now that it is politically convenient, they want to use 2011 census to redraw the map of the Indian democracy. They postponed the census and now they are rewarding themselves with the old census. Sir, I really admire. You're the only government which can turn its failure into a political advantage. Look at when this special session has been called in the midst of election of 5 states. And to speak about timing, because timing is everything in politics. And the timing of this bill are so nakedly, breathtakingly political, I'm almost impressed by the audacity of it. The entire opposition asked you to hold this session after the elections. You ignored it. And yesterday you told us that giving women their rights, bringing these bills are of utmost urgency. You cannot even wait for 2 weeks. But you came to government in 2014. The entire opposition has been requesting you to bring the women's reservation bill. All the leaders in the opposition have written to you. Our leader, our Chief Minister MK Stalin has written to the Prime Minister saying that the bill should be passed. The DMK women's wing had a rally in Delhi asking for the bill to be passed. We've raised this issue thousands of times in Parliament. And for more than a decade, you did not see or understand the urgency. But today,